There are few curses greater than feeling lucky. To honestly believe you are protected from the world and its dangers by forces greater than your own. To honestly believe that because you survived, that you were safe from harm the entire time. To honestly believe that because the flood drowned your neighbors, that your home would always be above the water. To honestly believe that because others survived, that you would as well. It is foolish, brave maybe, but foolish certainly, who hear the stories of places like the Grotto of Gold and believe that they can be the one to get the treasure. And as foolish as the treasure hunters are who seek out the gold, they have far, far better chances of surviving than the treasure hunters who seek what lies even deeper in the cave. The grotto has been here as long as anyone can remember. Our first ancestors, the veiled ones at least, used to come to this place to sing to what lies within the cave, singing far from the cave's mouth, letting what lay inside listen to their song, and then the veiled ones would listen. If they were fortunate, they would hear a few notes, a few words from the ones who sang inside of the cave. Words of the future, words of the present, secrets, mysteries, words of power, strength, authority, leadership, and wisdom. The words would be few because they sat far from the cave, but those who were tempted by what they heard, who believed that they could hear more, that they could understand more, just by getting closer. The wise didn't try to stop the foolish from getting closer. Those that want to reach into the fire learn one of three things. They learn that the fire burns and they stop reaching. They learn that the fire reaches back and they don't stop burning. Or they learn how to reach into the fire without burning. At the edges of the grotto, you can see that it is much deeper than it looks. You can see beyond where the sun can reach. Something glitters. You may even see a golden coin or two that you can easily grab. At the edges where the shadow meets the sun, the singing inside is silent. You can hear the singers further or closer, but in the place of dusk, you can hear none of them. You can choose to turn back, you can choose to continue, or you can choose to stay. Of the choices that you make, choosing to stay is the choice with the greatest risk. The sun may grow stronger where you rest, or the shadows may lengthen instead. By choosing no choice, you are making a choice, and you never know what may decide to choose you. Those who decide the risk is too high turn back at this point. Maybe they are content with their new knowledge. Maybe they are content with their gold coin or two. Maybe they still want more. But their sense of caution is greater than their sense of greed. Maybe they believe in charity more than they believe in avarice. But they still turn away, and that is what allows them to survive. Others decide what they have isn't enough and decide to descend deeper into the grotto, wading through the water, seeing the glitter of gold in the water and rock. Little specks too small to grab, and if they try, they'll find themselves unable to grab the gold flakes. Little bits of light that disappear between their fingers, but they believe that greater treasure exists further in the grotto. A grotto that appears more like a cave now. They may hear little whispers of a song that is warmer now, promising far more to the listener. A song that changes as you hear it. The singers may know immediately what it is that you are seeking, or their songs may need to probe your heart to find out what it is that you are seeking. Will that finally soothe what you desire? If your greedy heart seeks gold, treasure, or wealth, the singers will tell you of great wealth in the grotto, if you just step forward. Gold greater than any king, bank accounts overflowing with more wealth than any billionaire. Will that finally soothe your greed? If you seek the power to harm others, they will sing to you of weapons that are in the grotto. Weapons physical, mental, spiritual, intangible, and psychic. Weapons that you can bring back with you, that are powerful enough to make the world bow before you. A power so great that even gods tremble before you. Will that finally soothe your wrath? If you seek acts of lust or love, the singers will sing to you of the most beautiful and incredible lovers that will love you as fully on your last day of your relationship as they did on the first. Lovers who know your every want, every need, all before you even know it. Lovers that have been waiting for you in this cave since before you were born. Will that finally soothe your lust? If you seek to cause discord, they will tell you of great plans and pranks, those that are powerful enough to make order and chaos call you master. The knowledge to create any change you desire, for good, for evil, for your own entertainment. The singers promise you the knowledge to create discord. Will that finally soothe your troublemaking? If you seek indulgence, they will sing to you of the ambrosia, nectar, wine, chems, and pleasures not even known by humanity. They will tell you of the pleasures that they have, and they will tell you where it can be found in the cave, if you are brave enough to seek it out and have the courage to consume it all. Never-ending new experiences and pleasures. Will that finally soothe your indulgence? If you seek a cause, something to fight for, something to surrender for, something to live for, something to die for, the singers will tell you of empty causes, false gods, and gilded idols. Something that you can worship until the end of your days. Something that you can follow until your feet bleed. Something that fills you just as much as it empties you. If you seek an empty throne to bow to, the singers have many that you can follow. Empty idols that ask nothing from you, because they already own all of you, despite having no voice of their own. Will that finally soothe your submission? If you seek a world that knows your name, the singers will sing to your pride. They will tell you of a world where all know who you are, where none can speak your name without awe or fear, where your greatest achievements and lowest crimes, soaring triumphs and crushing defeats are known to all, where your life is as much a lesson as it is a legend. Will that finally soothe your pride? If you can resist the singer's song, you may see them. When you see them, you will understand what they are. Once they were beautiful, far more beautiful than any mortal can be, as beautiful as the sunrise and as powerful as a storm, as compassionate as a silver lining, and as fair as the sea. 7 servants to a powerful goddess of rebirth, but they were seduced away from their duties. 7 servants who were tempted away from their duties to their goddess, a goddess who was taken from the world of light to a world of darkness. The servants were punished severely for their transgression by the goddess's mother. Their wings were torn from their backs, their forms twisted, thrown to the earth, the sea, and the underworld. Their reflective masks torn from their faces. The servants, having now paid for their transgression, can no longer serve their goddess in the light. the singers now serve their goddess in the dark. If you do see the singers as they are now, you'll see what they have now become. Their hair is now longer than their bodies, dirty and tangled from centuries hiding in the water and in the grotto. Their skin is now so pale that it's translucent. Their wings were torn free, leaving fleshless bones where their wings once were, now acting as their arms, allowing the singers to swim, dig, and crawl, while it also serves as a reminder of the wings that they lost. Their old masks of silver replaced by handmade masks of gold, made from the gold that was washed into the grotto. Masks that leave their mouths open and free, mouths that still sing, mouths that still smile, mouths that still scream, mouths that still eat. It may seem easy to avoid the grotto with Persephone's servants. After all, death remains inside, and the sirens sing of prizes doesn't mean that they can provide those prizes. Except that isn't true. The reason that our oracles, veiled and gifted, used to listen to their songs is because their songs do grant wisdom. Their songs do reveal great treasure and greater prizes. One king, long ago, listened to their song, and it gave him the knowledge of the future, which let him go home, at the cost of all of his men. Once a mother traveled into the grotto to ask for a cure to her daughter's curse. She came back with an axe and returned to the cave with her son-in-law's body. Another time, a desperate teenager asked the sirens for a song of eternal love. They returned with a spouse. They're still both happily married to this day. It doesn't matter how dangerous I say the glittering grotto is. The danger is real, but so is the treasure. The sirens are honest about the treasures that they possess and can give you from the sunless lands. Few listen to the cost, fewer can afford it, and far fewer still return. Dearest friend, I have given you my warning. Will you heed it, or will you crawl over the bones of those who failed before you, in hope that you will succeed where they all failed?